Activate motivations. If you entered this country just now, recently, okay, listen up. You need to hear this. Very important, okay? If you just entered the United States, this is some of the top things you need to be doing to keep up with all the other people who already made it to like medium to a high standard already, like living style, lifestyles, and all that stuff. Hear me out because this is very important because a lot of the people who just entered the country like last many months ago, they're like sleeping all day long. Like even though if you, like let's say if you try to give somebody a job, or if somebody, like some of them actually did try to show me interest, on certain thing, but they're not going to have any technical skills, right? So a lot of them, what they're doing is that they think that because they're in the shelter or because they're living with their family right now, they're sleeping all day. They're sleeping just like back home what they did, which does make sense because if they're coming from the south or hot country, the sunlight makes it hot and it's actually make them sleepy. And over here is getting summer, they're sleeping all day. Anyway, what you gotta be doing at the beginning stage is this. Number one is, I don't know if you're living on a shelters or government fund or unemployment, some of this thing, or you're living under somebody like families or sisters. This is not going to be like that for a long time, okay? Even though if you do got a good place with your family, try to be respectful and try to get your own job fast. You got to go get a job fast, number one, okay? You got to go get a money fast by legally, because there's a lot of shit to do. You got a lot of stuff to be done at the second that a lot of you probably not realizing. There's a lot of stuff need to be done, okay? You cannot just live under these people, your family, and think that, okay, everything's just gonna be given to you. Like how back home, how father used to make the money and used to provide you money. In US, this is not how it's gonna work. People get cranky and people get conflicted very easily, okay? It's not gonna be like bringing to you. You have to bring for everybody around you, okay? So you gotta go to work fast. Like you gotta go get a job, and after you get a job, you're gonna get a second job probably. If you don't get a second job, then you have to start looking for another job to either upgrade your life, or you probably not getting paid enough for this existing job, because at the beginning you're gonna get paid very less, right? Okay, so this is some of the thing. You gotta get a job fast. You gotta get a money first. You obviously have to work on the housing, okay? Another very important things to realize is that the time where the other people who did enter this country before, back in the days, things used to be still hard, but now it's even more harder, because now getting job will be triple hard because AI is taking over, you need to be a little bit of educated, even with social media, besides schools, that good luck getting what you need to be learned on school. Good luck getting that educations, but you gotta be educating the hell out of your YouTube and all the free source that you have, especially internet, okay? You need to be like really not wasting time at all. You cannot be watching your favorite music video, favorite cinema clip, or all that stuff. At this moment, you have plenty of time to do that, but right now you have slept enough, you ate enough, but now you gotta get to work and you gotta get those basic stuff done fast, and you gotta educate. Instead of doing those music video and stuff, you gotta educate all this other stuff. You gotta watch how to do this, how to get a job, how to do a resume, all this basic stuff, what to do, what time to wake up, set up your schedule. Obviously, I know you don't want to look at your clock and you don't want to look at your calendar. You gotta wake up early, first of all. If you cannot wake up early, you cannot be sleeping at daytime. That's the number one thing, because sleep is gonna be easily taking away your day, okay? So we spoke about money. This topic is probably kind of like shuffled up, but like, look, this is important. I'm making this as a quickly because I have topics coming about this later on. I'll make a better structured video later on. But yeah, we talk about money, getting job, not sleeping at daytime, and all this, your country schedule, not doing it in the US, upgrading your living standard of whoever you're living. Get a good clothes. You have to get a new clothing as a family, or if you're living in a shelter, somebody gonna provide you the clothing at the beginning, but you need to change the clothing. You have to upgrade the clothing. A cheap, very cheap, little better type of clothing to even get a job, okay? So you have to learn a lot. You have to this is one of the important things I have to say. You have to upgrade your technology. At the beginning, you probably got a cheap phone. You know, even the cheap phones are very good. You know, your cheap phone is more powerful than you think. Okay, you need to upgrade. The second phone you're gonna get, either make sure you get a very good used phone. You know, forget about the battery. Stop crying about the battery. There's more things need to be taken care of. Make sure you have the translator app. Make sure you have Google Drive and all the Google Suits apps. Very, very important. You gotta set up all this account. You gotta open up all of this account. You need a phone number. You need a phone number. Okay, don't think there's some people even who live in US. They try to think that they don't want to pay a $30 phone bill or $20 phone. There's people like that in New York. You need a valid US official phone number. You need a mobile number. You have it probably, I'm guessing. Okay, if not, you can get a prepaid. These are very cheap. Okay, why there's this thing over here? Okay, then after this, you have to set up all of this account. This account's gonna take you a long time. You even for shopping account, all this shopping like eBay, Amazon, you need to create this account. Forget about Facebook. I know your families and friends are on Facebook. I know you miss them. It can be difficult. I get it. And this whole thing might sound kind of rough to you, but once you get all of this thing done, once you get all of this uncomfortable and I don't feel like to do stuff, everything is going to be very easy. You'll have plenty of time to watch the music videos and all that stuff. Okay, right now you cannot be listening to those music. You can listen to the music when you take the train, bus, and all that stuff, right? You got to make sure your transportations are set up. Make sure you get a better or Google Map. You know, the Google Translator and Google Map is the way. If you speak French, Google Translator, you need it. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem for you to go places, right? Educate, learn the local stuff, learn the local, how the neighborhood is. If you move into a wrong neighborhood, be very careful. You can even, your life could be dangerous, right? If you're already in a wrong neighborhood, you know, get a job, upgrade your money, upgrade your salary, try to see if you can go somewhere else. Maybe you have to change another state, who knows, all right? So this is some of the basic stuff you gotta do right now, fast, okay? Forget about the entertainment, forget about all this stuff. If you can wake up early, you know, stop drinking, stop wasting your free money to like candies and ice cream. I mean, you can have it maybe once, like, you know, if you're mom, if you're a girl, if you're a father, be very responsible at the beginning of these monies, okay? These monies, if God forbid something happened to you, because you don't have a saving account built up for like so much money yet, you know, but at the same time, if you do get a job, you need to open up a bank, you see? So you have to do a bank, and then you have to, if you have any government paperwork to do, like, you know, Social Security Administration, green card work, for those you need some money. Driver license, I don't think driver license, you don't need that at this second, but you need the job to at least get the official government bill, which is the money in exchange of product to be ready. Like, you need, this is kind of fancy way of saying, but you need money. You need money. To get that, you need a job fast. Okay, the time everybody else did it, like, there's people back in the days, people used to have more discipline than now. Okay, you cannot come here, even anywhere, Sydney, Australia, anywhere, and you think that you're gonna go easy, soft, sweet. You did that in the first few months, but at the beginning you gotta go hard. You gotta go hard, and then if you like it or not, you hate it or not, we all gonna dislike the weather, I get it. You might want to go back. You can decide that later, but for now, this is even good for you. You should be actually enjoying it. Even if you don't feel like to do it, enjoy with it, fun with it, okay? Avoid listening the other friends of your stuff. You know, stop taking opinion from your friends, okay? Friends from back home. Do not listen to these people. Do not, okay? They're just gonna really drag you down. If you have a relationship back home, okay, and if that relationship is giving you a hard time, if this thing's slowing you down, you can keep the relationship, but a lot of the girls, they're breaking up. But again, I don't want to tell you, encourage you to break up, but you need to put a pause on those things. If they try to call you when the time you're working, you have to put him on hold or put her on hold, okay? Let her or him talk to the other peoples. You know, they're gonna be always calling you. Avoid these family phone calls. Avoid the personal and family phone calls at nighttime, all night. The time you try to work, that's the time they're gonna call you. And a lot of the people, they feel disrespected. They feel like, hey, my mom is calling, my dad is calling. Of course they're gonna call you. They're retired. They're gonna call you. But if you keep picking up these phone calls over and over and do hours and hours of conversation because of your feeling, because you're, you know, at the beginning it might make sense, but you cannot be doing this all the time. They don't know that you're in a whole different level right now. You're in the United States or in other country, well-developed country. You're gonna be busy, okay? So to before the video get more longer, you gotta make sure that you have to cut down. You gotta do a lot of work, like 60 to 70% work on the people that you already know, because these people gonna slow you down. Your family, your friends, your relationship will slow you down. You cannot be depending on them when you come to US. People will give you a call that, hey, they're feeling excited. Of course they're gonna feel excited. Their friends, their family went to US, Sydney, Australia, Canada. Of course they're gonna call you, but it's time for you. You need to start putting a break on them. You cannot just pick up the phone calls randomly. I know it hurts. I know you wanna call them, but little by little, time maximum maybe 1 hour, all right, or rest of them by text message. If you're in a job that you're just sitting down and you can do a phone calls, then yeah, talk to them. But again, money is the main focus. Money is the main focus. This is very hard. If you can make it, all of this, your life gonna be so much discipline. Your life gonna change within 6 months to 3 months. You're gonna see a good jump. Okay, so do this, guys. All right, as a favor. That's it. Like and subscribe for more videos. Peace.